Hello everyone and welcome to DC Central, and in today's video we're going to be going over and breaking down the news that the CW is now officially developing a Superman and Lois Lane spin-off series, of course, from Supergirl, so let's discuss. And just to quickly address, I know my reviews have been very sparse recently. It's just because I've been so busy in this first opening half of the season. This week I will have reviews for all the shows back as normal. The only show that won't get a review for this week is Batwoman, because I'm not actually caught up with Batwoman. I still have not seen episodes 2, 3, and now 4, so I will catch up with that by the end of this week and then start reviewing that again next week. So just to clear that up, this week you will get a review for Supergirl, Arrow, and The Flash, so make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for those. So this news broke a couple of hours ago, and the news is that the CW currently has a new show in the works, which will be focusing on Superman, played by Tyler Hoechlin, and Lois Lane, played by Bitsy Talok. So this is a really interesting report to me. When this first kind of came across my timeline, I was very confused and very, very surprised. Obviously, there have been rumors about a Superman spin-off show for a couple of years now, basically ever since the character was introduced on Supergirl. There's been quite a lot of speculation about whether or not he'd get his own show. I personally never thought it would happen just because we have Supergirl, but it seems like now they're going to try and get it to go to pilot and then get it to greenlit, get it greenlit to a whole series. So it's they definitely have some ideas going on over at the CW. Now, personally, I don't love this idea because, for me, as far as I'm concerned, if we have a Supergirl show, I don't see the point of us having a Superman show. Now, unless they are planning to cancel Supergirl before this show premieres, I don't really know if there is enough room to have two shows that are extremely similar, because Superman and Supergirl, they are essentially, as far as on like extremely basic terms, they are essentially the same character. So to make another show in the same universe about basically an identical character, I don't know how interesting that can be, especially when Supergirl as a show already adopts a lot of Superman storylines and a lot of Superman characters and Superman villains into it. You know, it's basically a Superman show, but with Supergirl instead of Superman. And because the characters are so similar, you can basically interchange them. So I don't really know if there's room on the CW to have a Superman show, because we have so many elements from Superman that already exist within Supergirl. Like we've had, like last season, we literally had Lex Luthor, who is arguably Superman's arch nemesis. A main character on Supergirl is James Olsen. Again, another big Superman character. We have Martian Manhunter, who, I guess he's more of like a just general DC Justice League character, but again, very much associated with Superman. So we have all of these Superman elements that already exist within Supergirl. To take that away and, just create another Superman show, again, I don't really know if there's room for that, and it kind of feels a bit futile, and again, a bit kind of like it's just undermining Supergirl. I find it interesting too because Supergirl as a show has always made a point to prove that Kara as a character is a lot more powerful, a lot stronger, and a lot more competent than Clark is. So I find it weird that they do all of that pushing within Supergirl to try and prove that Supergirl is actually more powerful than Superman, and then they're just going to do a Superman show. Again, if Supergirl's getting cancelled and they just haven't told us that yet, then again, I can kind of see maybe why they're doing this, but it just feels strange to me that, again, they do all this kind of pushing to, really tell the audience that Supergirl is stronger than Superman and is basically a better character than Superman in the TV world. They try and push that, agenda, if you will, but then they kind of undermine all that and cut their legs off their own show by just announcing a Superman show as well, which, again, I don't know if there's room for that. It just feels very, very strange to me, and a very, kind of backwards announcement. Apparently, the show would focus on Clark and Lois now as parents. Of course, we know that Lois got pregnant at the end of the Elseworlds crossover, and to me, that just doesn't sound interesting at all. I don't know if I want a family drama superhero show. I know you could argue that a lot of the CW shows are like that already, but this is literally going to be about Clark and Lois looking after their baby. I don't know if I want that. I don't know if I need that. If you look at Arrow in like season 6, when we had Oliver looking after William, it was terrible. No one liked it. And I just feel like it would be more of that, and potentially even worse because it's a baby. If it is going to be a baby, they should do what The Flash has done, where The Flash, obviously when they had baby Jenna, like she's just not in the show, basically. They should just do something like that, because I don't really know if I care for this whole superhero family drama thing that it seems to be going for. Also, does this spoil that Superman survives Crisis? Because I had a big theory that Superman was going to die in Crisis, given the fact that Supergirl does in the comics, and I thought they were going to do the switcheroo there. But now that he's getting his own spin-off show potentially, does that spoil that he survives Crisis? I guess it does. But what do you guys think about this news? Make sure to let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Do you like the idea for this show? Are you excited about it? Or are you a bit like on my side where you feel like it's just kind of eliminating and making Supergirl a bit pointless? Make sure to let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any DC content from me. And I hope to see you guys again next time.